Welcome to CUIN 4320 Teaching English as a Second Language. This video is going to go over the final project of our course, the Second Language Teaching Philosophy paper. Alright, so here we are at the home page of our Blackboard course. If you want to look at the left, you'll see the menu bar, and I'm going to show you first how to access the Second Language Teaching paper. So if you look on the left side, underneath assignments, there's a new option that should appear now called Second Language Teaching Philosophy paper. Go ahead and click on this. This will take you to the page that gives you all the details about the final assignment. It starts off with this banner I made. I'm pretty happy with it. Right after that, you get the instructions for the paper and some additional links below, and we'll go over those in a moment. Let's start with the actual paper instructions. This paper is meant to be a synthesis of everything that you're going to learn in the course. Currently, you haven't finished doing all the reading, but once you have, you will know most of the ways that second languages have been taught. So the question is, how will you approach second language teaching in your future career? Now, as a class synthesis, students are to write a short essay detailing their informed second language teaching philosophy based upon what they have learned in the course. Students may refer to the following points as prompts: conception of language and language acquisition, a description of how you believe a second language can be taught best, or an articulation of the goals you wish to achieve in second language teaching. Students are encouraged to freely and thoroughly identify and examine their personal philosophy of second language teaching. The paper must follow APA format. We'll talk a little bit more about APA format later on. Now, the next part of the instructions basically go into the nitty-gritty of what's required of the paper. Based on APA format, the organization of your essay will be as follows. It needs a title page, an abstract page with a maximum of 150 words, followed by 5 to 6 keywords. Main body of the essay, that can be no less than 5 pages, and a reference page with no less than 3 references. Now, one of these references can be your textbook or the readings that we've done so far in the course. However, you should find at least one reference from an outside source that's scholarly to include in this paper. Also, please use double space, 12-point Times New Roman font with 1-inch margins all around. The paper is due on August 9th, 2017 at midnight. This essay is worth 60 points, and it will be graded based on a rubric that you will see below. After that, if you look directly below, you'll see a number of bullet points. The purpose of these bullet points is to provide all the pertinent information you need about this paper in one little location. So after you read the instructions, when you need to come back and look at what you need to do to fulfill the requirements, you can just look at this little area, these bullet points right here, and figure it out. Okay, after you understand the instructions, let's go down the page. So APA format guidelines. Now, most of us should be familiar with APA by now. If not, here's a link to the Purdue OWL. This is a great reference whenever you need a refresher on the general format of APA. You can come right here and they show you how to basically do every part of APA. So for example, if you're not sure how to do your reference list, you can click on basic rules and it'll give you all these examples. All right. Right after that, you have the rubric for the final paper. So the rubric's already created, and so you could see, if you click on this right here, how you will be graded on your final paper. Alright, so this is the exact form I'm going to use when I'm grading at the end of the course. And there are 4 different criteria for your total score. First, each one of these 4 criteria is worth a maximum of 15 points, and at the lowest point it will be 0. So
the first criteria
is content,
of the
and
second
this
language
is where
teaching
you
essay
are explaining
is content.
Your purpose.
Looking to
basically
see how
explain your
clearly
philosophy,
you explain your purpose,
how well you
clearly
are able to
explain your
present
second
that.
language teaching philosophy.
Next up,
Furthermore, I'm
is
also looking
language.
for the use of examples.
Now, we've been reading a lot about second language education. By this point, you should be familiar with the taxonomy.
Course. What I'm looking for is your use of vocabulary. There's a lot of taxonomy associated with second language education, and you're expected to use it in a scholarly manner for this paper. The third criteria is structure. The primary purpose of this criteria is to look at your APA format. Make sure you do all your citations correctly, make sure you have your headers correctly, make sure you understand APA format. Furthermore, I'll be also looking at the general flow of your paper. Make sure everything where it's supposed to be and that the progression makes sense. Finally, the final criteria is grammar mechanics. Here, we're looking at sentence structure, punctuation. At this point, you shouldn't be having typos and misspellings in your papers anymore. I still see it sometimes in discussion board, and this really shouldn't happen, especially in this final paper. So this part, the grammar mechanics section criteria, will be graded rather harshly. So make sure you proofread all of your work a couple of times before you submit it. All right, and that's it for the rubric for the paper.
All right, and now once you're done covering all that stuff, when you're ready to turn your paper, you can just click on this link right here and it'll take you to the Dropbox. However, if you look right here, the item's not available. The reason I didn't make this available is because I don't want you guys to finish this paper before you're done covering all the language teaching methods that we're going to cover in this course. So by Module 8, we will have finished our textbook. At that point, I believe you should be ready to write your final paper. But at this point, you should already be developing your own second language teaching philosophy based on the methods we've looked at so far. And that's it for this final project overview video. If you guys have any questions, feel free to email me. Have a great day.